Hey guys, this is Ed, Paul, and Anna of Curb Media, and we are here to tell you a little bit more about our sponsor.
Sportsball is a great subscription service geared towards minor league baseball fans. Each box features a different minor league team.
You get a box every 3 months with minor league baseball gear, including different styles of hats like Ed's favorite, the dad hat. The cost is less than $12 a month.
Proceeds from each box goes to More Than Baseball, the only nonprofit dedicated to the well-being of minor league baseball players.
We all know that Parents' Days are coming up this summer, so if you've got a mom or a dad or a grandma or a grandpa who are particularly difficult to buy for, but you know they're baseball fans, this is the answer, guys.
Meet your new favorite team at sportsballbox.com.
Is there anybody
What's up, Data Crew? Ed here, and on this episode, I got a fellow Puerto Rican. That's right. I got a friend of mine. His name is Dodge Sandoval. He plays for the Mid-America Nazarene University. He also played last year for the Bluefield Ridge Runners. That's right, the one. We talked about how he approaches the game as a catcher, how he handles every pitcher, and how he looks at the game from the catcher's point of view. Also, we got to have some fun at the same time when asking some fun questions. So, without further ado, I'll give you the episode. All right. Well, I want to welcome you guys to yet another episode of the Dad Hat Chronicles. My name is Ed, and with me today, I have yet another player of the Appalachian League. He used to play for the Bluefield Ridge Runners. I apologize. He is Dodge Sandoval. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me here.
Are you kidding me? You are, a fellow Puerto Rican, right? Born in Puerto Rico. So, I mean, this was bound to happen. So I'm super excited about this. How are you doing though? You're good right now?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great right now. Just back in school, back in business, getting ready.
Yeah.
To another season.
Okay. All right. Let's get the school part out of the way. What's your major in school right now?
Oh, so I graduated last year as a sports management major.
Okay. All right.
So this year I'm doing a minor in marketing, so I can play my 5th year.
You know what? That's cool. Tell me, growing up back in Puerto Rico, how did you become a fan of the sport?
I mean, I'm the youngest of my brothers, so I grew up watching them play, and I just fell in love with the game as a kid, watching Carlos Beltran play, like hearing all the stories about Roberto Clemente, and it just filled my heart, like being there, being on the baseball field, it just brought so much joy to my daily basis, where
Heck yeah.
I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to represent and follow the footsteps of like the Puerto Rican peers that made it to the big leagues and leave their mark in the big leagues. And I was just a huge fan of Carlos Beltran, huge fan of Jair Molina, and watching those guys play growing up is just amazing, and it's just gives me that extra motivation that I wanted it, and it helped me fall in love with the game.
That's awesome. I love it. Obviously, Puerto Rico is known for a lot of good baseball players, specifically a lot of catchers, right? Because you got the Molina brothers, you got Sandy Alomar, so you got a lot of good catchers. So that's your position that you grew up playing, correct?
Yeah. So I started more of as a left fielder, third base. Then like I started pitching when I was like 14. And then like at 15, I made the decision. I was like, I want to catch. I want to give myself the best shot to make it to professional baseball. And I feel like baseball, like for Puerto Ricans, is a little bit easier because of the reputation we have as a catchers. So I feel like that was the path that I needed to take.
Hey man, listen, that's a good reputation to have. If that, that's awesome. You played every position then on the field.
Yeah.
That's great. So tell me, how did you get recruited to go to college, to play in college? How that go about?
So coming out of high school, I was in the Carlos Beltran Baseball Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a showcase in Florida, in Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah.
Perfect gaming event, and I found a scholarship for Florida Southwestern. That was my first college
Mm-hmm.
I ever went. And my first semester, like I didn't do so well. I transferred out. I went to Western Oklahoma for one semester, and I stopped playing. I stopped playing baseball for a year. I just needed to like take a break and like just enjoy baseball again, like start from zero. And I went back home, started playing like Sunday league, started like going back to my roots and like where like that love of the game
Mm-hmm.
grew up. Like, cause like junior college for me was hard because like it was just like it wasn't a game anymore. It wasn't fun anymore. It was just that added pressure of like you gotta perform. Everyone is coming for your spot.
Mm-hmm.
So like I needed to like fall in love with the game again, and
Okay.
that's when like I decided to go back home, stop playing for a little bit, then like start playing like Sunday leagues and getting back in shape. And like I was looking for colleges, and like my coach here at Mid America, Ryan Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
he contacted one of his contacts from Puerto Rico, and he told me like, hey, I got this coach. He's looking for a catcher. Like, do you want to go back? And I was like, yeah, like I've been looking for opportunities. And like
Mm-hmm.
nothing happened for 2 months, and I sent him all my information in October, and nothing happened for the first 2 months. And I was like, okay, so I think he picked someone else. And then like it was like December 23rd, and he called me, and he was like, hey, like I have a spot for you. I need you here in 2 weeks. I
Wow.
was working. I was working, and I was paying my car, and I was like just like wowed with the opportunity. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, it was a lot to take because I was already like giving up on that dream because like it
Yeah.
was it was 2 months after like that he got my information that he contacted me. So I was like a little bit hesitant
Yeah.
at the moment, but I was like I called my mom. I told her about it. She was like, "Say yes, you're going. No matter what, you're going. Go keep."
Hey, listen, if a Puerto Rican mom says you're going, you're gonna do something.
Yeah, you're
You
going.
don't
You're
have a
going.
choice.
Yeah. So I mean, I talked to my boss that same day. I was like, "Hey, like this happened. I'm quitting. I'm sorry." And then I was just ready to go, and I came here. My first day, I was super nervous because I mean, I just was scared that I would have that same experience as that I had in JUCO.
Yeah,
But once I met my coach, like everything went away. Like he's like the nicest man on earth.
that's awesome. I like that. I like to hear that,
Yeah.
and listen, and uh, just because the JUCO route is a good thing for some people, it just doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you, right?
Yeah.
You got to find the right position and in the right place that it's going to allow you to develop as a person, develop as a player. And I'm sure you found that right there.
Yeah. I mean, JUCO was a great time. It taught me a lot on like work ethic and like how to take things seriously and stuff like that. Like it was a great experience for me to go to a JUCO, but like not I would say not everything is like JUCO and D1. Like I'm an NAIA player,
Mhm.
and like there's so much talent in this league that like it's unbelievable.
That's
And people
great.
just focus on like the main like oh like no I don't want to go to that school because it's a NAIA, but there's like big talent here too.
That's awesome. That's great. I went to a small school too, so
Yeah.
I could not play baseball. I tried out, and I found out really early on that I could not play the game. I'm a huge fan of the game, could not play it. But you're right, though. A lot of times, and I don't know how much it is now, but they used to put the small schools down because like, oh no, it's not a D1, it's not
Yeah.
that big school. But in the age of social media and the age of everybody marketing them, I think things have changed a little bit. And, obviously, for you, it has worked out.
Yeah.
So tell me, um, working, you're in school, right now and all that. How did the opportunity for you to go to play in the Appalachian League, how'd that come about?
So one of my former coaches here at Mid America, he
Mhm.
was the baseball operation guy for the Greenville Flyboys.
Yeah.
And like he was like, hey, there's some teams that are not haven't filled their rosters yet. And I was like, I wish I would have like an opportunity to go play there, because that league seems legit. Like I wanna try it out.
Mhm.
And he was like, oh, like, are you being serious? I thought you wanted to go home. I was like, no, I'm being serious. I want to play. And he was like, okay, so give me all your information. I'll text the owner of the league. And that's what happened. He texted her like an hour after. She called me like, hey, like, when would you like to fly down and like join the team? And I'm like, wait, like, is this really happening? Like, I couldn't believe it, because like it was like a big decision for me.
Mhm.
'Cause I play summer ball, but like it's always back home, and like it's like Sunday leagues. It's never like consistent on a daily basis that you play baseball.
Yeah, this one is a this is a legit, summer collegiate league. They're not messing around.
Yeah, so like I flew down. I remember like I couldn't make it to the first game. I flew down and I flew to the road, like on the road. I got to Kingsport, and we were playing Kingsport,
The Axemen.
the Axemen that
Yeah.
night. And so I get in like I would say like 8 a.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I slept like 2 hours, got back, and once I get to like Kingsport, my baseball operation guy is waiting for me, and it was just like such a welcoming like moment for me. It was great.
That's
And I
crazy.
just hopped in the bus, and I felt like that team was a family since the beginning.
That's awesome, dude. That's great.
Yeah,
So you enjoy your experience in with Bluefield, huh?
100%. I wish like I could go back and just do it again one more time, because like I went to the Little League World Series
Mm-hmm.
in 2010, and I will put it right up there with that experience, and that's a lot to say.
Wait a second. Hold on. Time out. Let's back up here a little bit. Hold on a second. You actually played in the Little League World Series.
Yeah, I did.
What? That's
Yeah,
nuts, dude.
I went.
How-
I went in 2010 with the Caribbean team. We were representing Manatee, Puerto Rico, and I played for I don't know if you remember Jose Valentin.
Yeah, yeah.
His dad was the manager for our team.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And that was like not too far from me, because I was at that point I was living in Ohio. And then obviously, it's right there in Williamsport, but that's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
You're my first guest that has actually played in the Little League World Series.
That's
That's
awesome.
that's crazy awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So like Bluefield, I would put it right up there, because like you get that like same amount of fans. It's just like it's like having a feel of what is like on the next level.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I can, let me ask you, because obviously the fans are very involved in the Appalachian League, right? They are by far some very, dedicated fans, because it's a small town, right? A lot of these
Yeah.
towns, they're very small, and this is their form of entertainment and things like that. Um, it, that level of competition, how was that level of competition for you with playing with all those, those are very, high caliber players all from across the country?
I mean, it was just unbelievable. I think the talent in that league that I faced day in, day out, it was just amazing. It was just like it just gives you a feel of what like professional baseball is like. Like you're not facing 85, you're facing 90 plus every day. And like you're like there, and you cannot believe it. Like, cause like for me, it was like it's an opportunity as an NAIA player, that like we don't usually get those. And
Right,
then
exactly.
being there, it was just like it was like experience that opened my eyes to like what it's like outside the NAIA, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like that level of competition. It was just amazing. It was just being there, being in the moment, and you gotta make adjustments every day because like they don't mess around in the Appalachian League. They just go
No,
there.
they don't.
They're gonna attack you, and like they're gonna find your weakness and they're gonna pitch to it. And they're like, if you're good, if you're a good hitter, they're not gonna pitch to your weakness anymore. They're just gonna pitch to their strengths, and they're gonna find a way to get you out.
I love that. I think, and you're right. It's one of those situations where you go from a college, right? Because you may be one of the best players in that college team, but then you go into, a team like, the Ridge Runners, where you're just one of those good players on that team, right? And then you have to be constantly be on your game all day, every day. And I think
Yeah.
it makes you better. The competition makes you better.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I mean, you just gotta bring it day in day out. Like it doesn't matter what happens. You just gotta bring the energy, bring your stuff. You know, bring your A game because they're gonna bring their A game, and they're gonna they're gonna attack you, and they're gonna try to get you out. And being surrounded by players like it was just an unbelievable experience. You know, like I was surrounded by guys that go to LSU, Georgia Tech, Eastern Kentucky, Clemson. Like I'm talking about guys that are going like Power Five, D1 schools. Like you're,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's awesome. I think that's, and you said like you're not in those D1 and all that, but to be playing and be holding your own, right? You were not going to go and give up. You were going to fight for every, play that you had available to you.
yeah. I mean, once I went there, like my goal was to give my everything. You know, every day,
Yeah.
just bring my A game and just like I wanted to like send a message and prove a point that even NAIA players can be successful, you know, because
Mhm.
usually we get overlooked because they're like, no, there's not the same competition. So like my purpose was just to send a message. I like we're here and like we compete as well in the NAIA level.
Awesome. Love it. I want to talk about your experience in the and you say you were at the Carlos Beltran training facility, right? The camp.
Yeah, baseball academy. Yeah.
Baseball Academy. I'm sorry. So tell me about that. How was that experience? Because I'm sure that really helped you into what the player that you are now, and giving you the opportunities that you have. How was that experience?
I mean, it's just a great experience for any young kid, like, cause like we don't get the facilities that like and the opportunities that people get here in like in the States.
Hmm.
Because like you don't, it's rare that you see like batting cage, you know, like you're from Puerto Rico, like you know, like if you want to go hit, you just gotta go hit at the field and go pick up the baseballs and then bring it back.
And come right
And,
back.
yeah, like it's just like it's tough to get like the amount of reps you get on a cage, you know, because like
Right.
the sun is like it's every day it's like 85, 90 degrees and you're hitting. And then after one round, after you pick up all the balls, you're like, okay, I'm done. Like so, so yeah, like it helps a lot because like you get the facilities and it prepares you a lot for college because like you go to class half of the day and then the half of the day you spend it training and like doing lifting, conditioning, defense, and hitting, and like you just like do those every day, and it just like makes you so much better as a player, and it
Mhm.
gives you the opportunity to like get a taste of what it feels like to be in like college baseball.
Gotcha. So it's what's the grade level for that academy? Like, is it all the way up to 12th grade?
Yeah, so they go from high school freshmen now to
Hmm.
high school seniors, but like when I was there, it was just sophomore, juniors, and seniors.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, that's awesome. It
yeah,
prepared you because you got your high school diploma, and it gave you an opportunity to go and try out up here in Florida, up in the States in Florida, and then you
yeah.
got an opportunity. So let me ask you, because I don't know too much about the Carlos Beltran Academy, but is something that I've seen that's been going on lately is there's a lot of emphasis on the conditioning, right? A lot of cardio. You got to do some cardio. You got to do some excuse me, and some yoga, type things. Is that something that they are also, making you guys do? Is that something that you approach yourself? How does that really work out?
So when I was at the Boatron Academy, it was 4 stations,
Yeah.
and you did all those four stations every day except lifting. Lifting, it was Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Okay.
But like you will go to the field, do defense every day. You will go hit every day at the cage, and like we'll scrimmage here and there, like like it's just basically like college, and like we'll go to a track and we'll run sprints. Like we'll do like 200-meter sprints,
Hmm.
150-meter sprints. So it's like a like training for you to like be elite, like develop
Gotcha.
speed, develop stamina, and like that endurance that helps you like stand from the rest of the pack, like
Hmm.
just stand out.
I gotcha. Okay. So, and then let's fast forward to now. How is that? How is your training? What does that consist of now? Because I'm sure it's a little bit different, because you have a training group that you deal with in your college. How do you approach that now?
So now like I just like to like for like the season,
Hmm.
I like to keep it light on my legs because I know I'll be catching a lot. Like last year, I caught around 56 games. So I try to keep it light on my legs, but I still want to work those muscles around it where I don't get weak or like lazy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get complacent. I still like want to work hard, but I just try to like go lighter on the weight
Hmm.
and just trying to stay in shape as much as possible. Like just like doing a lot of explosive movements because like I feel like that helps me a lot to be prepared for the game.
Hmm.
Just the explosiveness and that the way of we that I approach the training. I want to be as explosive as I can when it comes to game time.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, listen, I get it. So let's talk about your diet. How does that work out? How do you approach that?
I mean, it's a little bit tougher here because
Okay.
like so where we live in our dorms we don't have a kitchen. Like it's kind of tougher to like keep on a strict diet.
Yeah.
But I mean I try to limit sugars, like just try to like stay hydrated as much as possible
Hmm.
and try to eat as much protein as I can so I can help my muscles heal faster.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely it's true. Okay, so let's go into Bluefield. How did you handle that workout regimen, the dieting? Was that pretty much the same? Did
Yeah,
they did they
it was
treat the
pretty
same?
much the same. I think in Bluefield I got like a little bit more of a strict diet because like obviously like it's not the same when you're playing every day
Yeah.
because like it's just like I got a little bit more strict on it. I was trying to eat like more proportionated, like
Hmm.
getting the right portions every meal and like stuff like that. Because like once you play every game every day, it just takes a toll on your body, and
Oh
like
yeah,
you
absolutely.
gotta learn how to fight it.
Okay, so yeah, it's strict diet, right? And that's just the way it goes. So you're on the field. What goes through your head when you're behind the plate, when you're catching? Like, give us a glimpse into what your everyday, goes on when you're playing a game.
I mean, defensively, I'm just trying to help my pitchers out.
Hmm.
I'm just there for them, I tell my pitchers like once you go out there, I'm you guys server. Like whatever you guys want. Like if you don't want to pitch, I'm not gonna go against it. I'm just here to help you out. I'm just trying to make you better.
Hmm.
But like for me, I'm trying to keep everything in front.
Hmm.
I want to limit extra bases, what like free bases. Like I want to limit walks. I want to limit like wild pitch, pass balls, all that stuff. Like I just want to, I just want to keep it clean to a point where they can trust me and throw any pitch they want in any count. and they trust me that like it's gonna be in front of the plate.
Gotcha. So you do some work with them beforehand, let them, they let you know what is the pitches that they use and all of that, and you put a game plan together from there.
Yeah, so I usually like to catch them in the pen
Yeah.
before they go out to the game. I like to catch like at least like 15 to 20 pitches, see what they're feeling that day. If they're like their slider is good, changeup is not working well. So I kind of like go off of that. Whatever their stuff is in the bullpen,
Hmm.
that's what we work on the field with.
Gotcha.
I'm a catcher that I like to pitch to my pitcher's strength. I don't like to try to find weakness on the hitters and like make my pitchers uncomfortable throwing in different
Hmm.
spots.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can find the weakness in that player, but if the pitcher can't, throw the ball that you want, it's just not going to work out.
Yeah.
And so how do you approach the field? Is that something that you are constantly paying attention to when you're looking at it? Are you helping the players shift a little bit or any of that? Is that something that you handle, or do you let the coaches handle that aspect of that, depending on the batter that you come?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like let the coaches handle it like as much as they can.
Yeah.
But like I know with the pitch calling, like if I'm calling a pitch away and I see my second base like playing towards the middle on the shift, I want him to like move a little bit towards that hole, cover a little bit more ground on that side. And if it's a hit down up the middle, then it's like it's on me. But like I'd rather have you like where the possibilities and the odds say that that ball's gonna be hit. If I call for a pitch inside, I want you shifted to that left side where we can get a hard ground ball right at somebody.
Right. Exactly. I
I
love
kind of
that.
like try to tip my like not tip my pitches, but I like before I get like I get in my mindset of like okay, like I want this pitch in this like in this location in this spot. So okay, so let's move them a little bit before the pitch, so
Hmm.
it doesn't look like I'm shifting the defense and tip the pitch to the hitter.
Gotcha. Okay, that's awesome. um what do you do? How do you approach batting, right? Because then obviously you still got a bat. How do you approach that aspect of it? Are you always paying attention when you're in the dugout, you're seeing what the pitcher's doing and all of that? Is that something that you still are paying attention to that?
Yeah, so I started doing this last year. I started by studying the pitcher. I like to watch film on the pitchers before the game. I
Hmm.
want to see what they do, like if they have a tendency where they leave their hands behind, or like if they slow down their arm on off speed. So I started doing this like around, I would say February last year,
Hmm.
and like it worked for me perfectly. But like obviously, I don't like to rely too much on film,
Hmm.
because like there's some pitchers that have tendencies in the film, and then when they're facing you, they don't do it.
Yeah.
So I want to see like in the game, I'm trying to pick up something to like help my teammates, help myself out. But once I get in game mode, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to enjoy the game,
Hmm.
and like I'm the guy that talks to everyone, like have fun. And then once I'm in the on deck, like okay, like let's cut it. Is go time. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered. I just want to like take a good look of what he got working, and like, but like even though I'm playing around and being a fun guy in the dugout, I'm still looking like okay, so he has tendencies. He has been throwing like a lot of sinkers, first pitch for strikes, or like I don't know, he'll spin it a lot in the early in the count, and then like come with the hard stuff. So I kind of like get a game plan to attack every pitcher.
Yeah. No, absolutely. um how, how do you handle that first at bat, right? What goes through your head that first at bat? Is that a get to know the pitcher, what he's going to bring that game to that game? Is that something that you handle it, or you're just trying to get a hit right off the bat?
I mean, every time I go up there, I'm trying to do damage. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get a pitch I can drive, and I'm just trying to be on time for something.
Hmm.
Like if you're throwing 100, I just want to be on time for it. Like I just don't want to get beat by a fastball. I won't be cheated on my first AB because I feel like a lot of players take it easy and like, oh, like let me see what he got. Like take long ABs. If you throw me a fastball right down the middle, first pitch, I'm swinging.
Well, yeah, that's the difference, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if the pitcher's gonna give you an easy pitch right down the middle, listen, that's the pitcher's fault, right?
Yeah, I'm taking it. Like I'm 100% looking to do damage because like I feel like every AB is an opportunity, you know, and you might not know what he has on the first AB,
No,
but like,
yeah,
but if you're aggressive, like for me, hitting is a process of elimination. So if you throw me a hanging curveball and I hit a double in the gap, I know you next AB you're starting with a fastball or a changeup, but you're
because
not
there's not
throwing
gonna
that.
give you that. He's not gonna give you that curveball again.
Yeah, so I kind of like try to take away their best pitch before, like early in the game, so
Mhm.
I can get those secondary pitches like late in the game.
So during the fall winter season, what is it that you do as a player? What is that preparation looking like?
So for me, I try to find weakness in my game,
Mhm.
and I try to improve those. Like last last fall, I felt like I wasn't getting on plane early enough
Right, right.
with the pitch, so I work on that all fall. I didn't care if I struggle in BP. I
Yeah,
didn't care if I struggle like in scrimmage. I was just working on one mission to help my swing be at the best of my abilities in
sure. Yeah, heck yeah.
February. I want to be ready when it's go time, and I don't care about no failure between August and December because that doesn't count towards the season.
You're not ashamed to say, hey, listen, I'm looking for my weaknesses because I'm looking to get better. That's the
Yeah,
goal. At the end of the day, I need to get better.
yeah. Like I mean, I just I just grown so much. Like this is like something that my head coach told me the first time I got here.
Mhm.
He just said I just need you to be 1% better every day, and that's something that has stuck with me like since 2018 that I got here. And I'm just like, I gotta be 1% better, 1% better, and that's what I do. Like even if the results are not what I want, the process is what matters because I know I'm working on my craft, and eventually, once I figure it out, it will be like I'll get the results I want. You know?
Mhm. I like that. I like that. You know, 1% better. Every day I'm 1% better. I'm getting better every day.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people get into that comfort zone. Like I'm good.
Mhm.
Like okay, like I'm not gonna work as hard because I'm good. I'm a good player.
Right, right, exactly.
Yeah, and like I felt like that like that couldn't be me, you know,
Mhm.
like if I put good numbers last year, I want to put better numbers every year, you know.
Absolutely. You definitely
Uh,
want to get better every day.
yeah, every year, yeah.
So let me ask you, and this is something that, you know, I hopefully, you know, a lot of players are starting to do and everything, that mental preparation, right? Because you got the body preparation, you got your dieting, your workouts and all that, but there's also the aspect of mental preparation, right? Running through scenarios or doing meditation or whatever it is. Is that something that you've done? Is that something that you're looking into do? How, you know, how does that look?
So yeah, for me, I like to visualize myself. Like I'm before the game, I'm over there like taking swings with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing everything. Like I'm just picturing in my head the pitcher throwing the ball,
Yeah.
finding the barrel. Like I want to feel on my swing without opening my eyes. I want to feel my point of contact where I want to hit that ball, and
Gotcha.
like just different scenarios. Like I'll put myself 2-2 counts, slider in the dirt, like taking a good pitch. Like I'll put myself in different scenarios in my mind. So I like to visualize myself getting barrels, and like that helps me and translate to the game. Cause like I feel like once you visualize yourself doing it,
Yeah.
like you're gonna try to do the same thing you saw on your vision, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like I just try to also control my breathing. That's like the biggest part for me. That's like has been the biggest change for me in my game. Slow things down.
I was just gonna say, tell me about that. You know, control your breathing. Is you're just slowing your breathing, make sure that you are just like,
Yeah,
you know.
because I feel like a lot of moments in my career, early in
Yeah.
my career, I'll get I'll get ramped up with the moment.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a big spot, I will let that moment get to me. Like, oh, like I'm in a big spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta perform. I gotta perform. And like now that like I'm getting late into my college career, I'm like, all right, it's just gonna be like just breathe.
Yep.
It's like once you let that moment get into your head, every pitch starts looking nastier. Fastball looks faster. Off speed is breaking a lot more because you're
Yep.
not control. You're like the game is getting up to you, and it's just like accelerated. Everything is accelerated. So I try to slow things down, control my breathing, see the ball longer.
I like that. I like that. You're just, control the breathing, your mental aspect of everything, and it's muscle memory, right? It's just your brain is a muscle. So you got to work that out as well. And I don't think, I'm glad that you said that because there's a lot of people that really don't on any aspect of life, right? They really don't work on the brain, on visualizing, on mental preparedness. And I think that's a really important part of aspect of any thing that you're going to go do besides just playing baseball.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to be prepared, like in all aspects of the game, and I know mentally is like probably like a 90%. Like the baseball is 90% mental and like 10% physical. If you know like what to do, like if you had that good baseball sense,
Yeah.
like if you're a college player and you have a good swing, your swing will play anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like, are you prepared and like, do you believe in yourself that you can do it?
Correct. No, absolutely. Um, before we go into my famous, not so famous question, I want to ask you one more question. Um, excuse me. Day of preparation, right? Your game day. What does that day look like? At the begin, from from the moment that you wake up to the end of the game, the end of the night. How does that work out for you, Dodge?
I mean, I just get up early, have breakfast. I like to go hit a little bit earlier. So like if reports at 9:30, I like to be out there at 9.
Mhm.
So I like to hit machine before the game
Gotcha.
because I feel like that gets my eye ready for below. So I personally like to hit machine before the game. So I like to go in at 9, get a good amount of reps, stretch with the team, and then do our BP routine. Go to a locker room, have some food. Like just I try to keep it light. I try to eat some fruit, maybe a banana or an apple, just like something that like it's light. It's not something that takes a toll in your body when you're playing.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then just going out there, doing our IO and be ready to go. And as the game goes, I'm locked in. Like I just wanna play hard, give my best every AB, every play that I'm catching.
Yep. Yep.
My best, and then after the game, just get some food and just take an ice bath. That's the biggest part
Mhm.
for my rehab and my recovery because I mean I catch 4 games every weekend,
Oh,
so
wow.
I mean I gotta take care of my body. And in Bluefield was a little bit different because we had a lot more time,
Mhm.
and it was night games, which was awesome. So we like I'll get up like around 10:30, have some breakfast, and then go to the field like right after, like,
Yeah.
and we'll be there like at 12. We'll probably get a little bit of lifting, hit. I like to hit early
Yeah. Yeah.
and then kind of relax in the locker room, and then take a shower, and then go back out there and hit machine before the game. Oh,
Gotcha.
like I like to like hit, relax, stretch with the team, do whatever like BPIO. And before the game, I like to hit like at least it was 10, 15 minutes of machine every day. We had so much time in between from like, I mean, noon to 7 p.m. I mean, you just can get lost in whatever, but like, I mean, you gotta try for it. If you want it and you want to be successful, you gotta do it. I mean,
You got to put
I
in the
start,
work.
I started slow at the Apple League, and I was like, I need to be better. Like I see guys that are D1 that are literally going to a Power Five school and they're working harder than me. And like, how does that work? Like, I want to get to their level. They don't want to get to my level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I was like, okay, so like, oh, so he's hitting. I was like a little kid. Oh, he's hitting. I want to go hit.
Yep.
Oh, he's resting in the locker room. I'm gonna go rest in the locker room with him.
Gotcha.
Like that was my biggest thing. Like, I wanna I wanna be where, like, if I wanna be where you at, I'm gonna start imitating you. Like, I'm not gonna like do the same swing you do, but like I'm gonna go with you. Like, oh, like he lifted this early. Okay, I gotta be there like with him. Cause like I feel like that's what separates them, like their work ethic and all that stuff. And for me, it was just like I need to be that guy, you know.
Yeah.
I had guys that like super hard workers, like Eric Grins, he goes to North Carolina,
Mhm.
Braden Joe Bird, Tervel Johnson, Kendall Yule. Like those guys are hard workers, you know, like guys that I look up to.
Yeah.
And like we still stay in touch, and like this is just, I mean, it's just amazing to have those guys in that core that they work hard. Like, I mean, it's just crazy because like you don't see that every day on a NAIA school. You see that like in big schools where they,
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
yeah.
What is your plan right now for the rest of the season, the year? You know, what you got planned?
I mean, I'm just trying to have fun, enjoy my last year
Uh-huh.
of college, and like I'm just trying to stay. I mean, stay being like humble, you know, myself, enjoying the game, and after the season, I'll make a decision where I can go play independent ball, do some free agent tryouts, try to find a spot somewhere to play professional.
Hmm.
And I mean, I would like to keep the doors open everywhere. You know, like if I could go back to Bluefield, I'll do it. You know, like just opportunities. You know, like I'll take
What's
what it
coming
seems
for
to
you?
be the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, what it seems to be the best option for me in that moment. You know, like I'm not gonna rush myself to make a decision that has not come yet. You know, like I just
Hmm.
wanna enjoy my time, do my job here, and then whatever comes after this season, I'll decide what's best for me.
Cool. Good for you, brother. All right. So are you ready for this?
Yeah, I guess.
This this is the most serious part. Not really. Actually, it's not even, there's zero seriousness to this. All right. So you are a fan. This is the one question I ask everybody. So you go to a ballpark as a fan. What do you eat? What do you drink when you go to the ballpark?
I mean, it's different because in Puerto Rico, you know, we got like, you know, we got the goodies, you know. That's what I would call it. But I mean, Puerto Rico, you got that pork chop with tostones and stuff like that. But like,
You got fried food. Let's just call it by what it is. We got fried food. And when you go to a ball game in Puerto Rico, you got your pork chops, you got tostones. You know, those are the fried plantains, the hard ones, guys. So those are
uh-huh.
delicious.
Yeah. But I mean, here in the States, I mean, you can never go wrong with the nachos, bro. Like I go to a lot of Royals game. We're like 25 minutes away. I go get those nachos with brisket in it and just.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. That's awesome. So are you a Royals fan, or what's your major league team?
So I mean, I don't have like a set team. I mean,
Yep.
I
You root
I
for
cheer,
everybody.
I used to cheer for the Astros because I love Correa.
Yeah.
Like I watched him play in Puerto Rico, and it was just amazing. Like just like the best player I ever seen play,
Hmm.
like in real person. And then like it's just like I've always been a fan of him. But
Yep.
like I was a fan of wherever like Carlos Beltran was, Yari Molina. Now it's like Carlos Correa, Javi, and Lindor. Like those guys. Like I just follow all the Puerto Ricans, you know, and like
Hey, listen, we had in Cleveland, we had Lindor, and obviously he was traded, right? I still got my Puerto Rico, World Baseball Classic with Lindor's name and number on it, so I can completely understand.
yeah.
Okay, so what is the most emoji that you use?
The laughing one, crying. That's my favorite. I don't know why I put it on every sentence, I guess.
You know, you know what? I put the LOL, which is I'm always laughing. You know, I don't think there's a moment of me that is like serious. Even
Yeah.
on my podcast, I cannot find a way to be serious all the time. It's just it doesn't happen. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I like butter pecan.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like it. Strangest thing that you have ever eaten.
Ooh, strangest. I mean, you never know. Like, I go to like a Chinese buffet, and I never know what I'm getting. So I mean, I don't even know.
You're right, though. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean,
That's good. All right, you're right. You're right.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. What is your spirit animal?
A panda. I don't know. Like,
Okay, all right,
I'm
a
a,
panda.
I'm a big guy. I'm caring. I mean, it's just I'm a loving, caring person, and I'm
All
fun.
right.
I like to have fun with my friends. So like that's what they call me at Bluefield, so I gotta go with it.
They called you Panda at Bluefield?
Yeah, because like so one time there was a like we were talking in the group chat, and I sent
Yeah.
like a little picture of the panda, like kind of like embarrassed, and that's what they call me the rest of the summer.
Well, I'm actually looking at your Twitter handle right now, and it says Sandy, and then right next to it is the little emoji of a panda. So you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I stuck to it. I stick to it. Like now I'll embrace it. It's like, I mean, those guys are my family, and like they were happy calling me that, so I'll embrace it.
Love it. See, growing up, they used to call me gringo because listen, I'm as pale as it comes. Born in Puerto Rico, right? We're both born in Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
but I am as pale as it comes. There's just, I don't get tan, I get red. So,
That's funny.
okay, pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
All right, okay. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl for sure.
For sure. Okay. City or country?
City.
City. You're a city guy, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Ooh, it just. I mean, it depends. Like I like coffee. I
Mhm.
drink a lot of coffee in the mornings, but like I like chai tea a lot. So I don't know, but like other teas, I mean, I'll have to go with coffee because that's the only tea I drink is chai tea.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. Uh, Tacos or burritos?
I would say tacos.
All right. Tacos. I like it. Okay. Let's take a look here. Are you a cat guy or a dog guy?
Dog.
My man. That's right. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. A couple more here. You're a Pepsi or a Coke?
Coke.
Coke. Even though in Puerto Rico everything is Coca-Cola to us, so
Yeah. Yeah. Coca-Cola only. That's all we get. Like, they give you Pepsi and it's still Coca. They call it
still
Coca-Cola.
right. We call everything. Any kind of soda is Coca-Cola. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Your favorite movie snack?
Popcorn. Gotta go with popcorn.
Listen, we gotta have the extra butter. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Or nothing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Your favorite sports movie?
Ooh, Miracle.
Ooh, okay. You went
Yeah.
with a hockey movie.
Yeah, which is interesting, but like, I mean, that was literally the first movie I watched with my teammates here in Kansas.
Yeah. A couple more, two more, and then I'll let you go. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I mean, I'm a fan of pineapple, so yeah.
Yeah, listen, I love pineapple. I just don't think it belongs on a pizza. But hey, that's just,
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I've had a couple decent pineapple pizzas, so I mean, I can't.
If it's there, it's there. If not, whatever, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to put it, but like if it's there, I'll eat it.
There you go. Would you rather drive on a trip or fly?
Fly 100%.
You're not about that road trips, huh?
I'm not much of a bus road trip kind of guy.
Well, the minors is all monstrous.
I know. So I mean, I can handle it, but I mean, those buses are uncomfortable. I like more of a flight, and just like being there like half the time that you take on a bus.
I love it. Thank you so much, dude. This was a lot of fun. Where can people find you on social media?
I mean, my Twitter handle is at Josh Juan Argenis. And then my Instagram account is Josh Juan Sandoval, like just straight like that. And
Okay.
that's it.
I'll put that stuff on the show notes so that way people can go and follow you and see where you end up. Man, good luck to you in this coming year. Your senior year. Hopefully everything works out for you, and whatever the future brings out for you, my friend. Hopefully it's some big things for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me here.
Are you kidding me? It was a lot of fun, my friend. Thank you. Gracias. Okay.
Gracias.
I hope you guys enjoy that episode with Dodge. Make sure you guys are following him. I did put the link to his Twitter so that way you guys are following him. But before I go, you guys already know what I'm going to ask you, okay? Make sure you guys are following the podcast so that way you guys are always in the know when something is going to pop up, okay? Give it 5 stars, okay? 5 stars means I go up, means more people get to listen to it, all right? So until then, guys, keep on grinding and always support the minor leagues. See ya.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Ed Rivera of the Dad Hat Chronicles. Join me as I interview people just like you and players, coaches, GMs on the path that led you to become a fan of the sport.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean, and I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTommaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series, and in every episode I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
This is Patrick
and Corey
of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball, so get on the site and find a team near you today.
Learn more about Curved Brim Media at curvedbrimmedia.com.